She should be in prison, said Roseanne Barr of Christine Blasey Ford in a Sunday published interview with Candace Owens on Owens' inaugural and eponymous show. Both Barr and Owens agreed that Ford made false accusations against Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. While discussing feminism and the Me Too campaign, both Barr and Owens recalled the murder of Emmett Till on the basis of baseless accusations of sexual harassment while reflecting on Ford's accusations against Kavanaugh. Owens: "I just like to see what's going on at these crazy leftist protests, and just watch them be hypocritical, pretending to champion minority rights. Obviously, there's just something striking about these leftist protests. They're always all middle-aged white people, and they're talking about issues for minorities. Where the hell are the minorities when you're talking about issues for minorities?" Barr: "I know. They're nowhere near them." Owens: "They're nowhere near them. They're at work, because it's a Monday morning, and it was 8 a.m. This is white privilege, right here. If you can be here at 8 a.m. in the morning on a Monday yelling in a pussy white hat, you may be embodying that mythical white privilege that you talk about all the time." The demographics of these movements are always unbelievably interesting. The radical feminist movement, the Women's March, it's like miserable, overweight, middle-aged women who are just not happy with their lives and they're making it about men. Barr: "It's all projection." Owens: "It's all Trump's fault because he embodies an alpha male and maybe the guy that turned them down. It's striking to me to pay attention to this." Barr: "First of all, Mike Tyson, who's hilarious and a friend for a long time, he calls it the U2 movement." Owens: "The U2 movement, meaning?" Barr: "They're going to get you too." Owens: "It's true. I noticed because I was one who said it first. I went against the Me Too movement early, like right out of the gate. I was like, guys, if you don't see the writing on the wall with this, it will become a mechanism for people." Barr: "A witch hunt." Owens: "A witch hunt. It will become a mechanism for the Christine Blasey Ford types to ascertain power, and then, obviously, it came along that Christine Blasey Ford and everyone was like, Candace was right." Barr: "And nothing happened to her either." Owens: "She should be in prison." Barr: "She should be in prison." Owens: "She's not required to file a police report or anything. And she collected millions of dollars?" Barr: "White woman privilege." Owens: "It really is, and it reminded me of, if you just want to give white women the right to say something happened and you have to believe them with no evidence, no proof, and they get $1 million, well, let's talk about the civil rights era because that's when black people were hung from trees because of that. That's when Carolyn Bryant said it about Emmett Till. He said something to me in the grocery store, no evidence, no proof, and you know what happened to Emmett Till? It's jarring that people don't see that. The Me Too campaign is predicated on false premises, men with false accusations of sexual harassment and abuse, said Barr and Owens. Barr: "They were there in the room because they thought they were going to get a job 15 years ago because they're hoes. If you don't run out the room and go, 'Excuse me,' you don't talk to me that way. You don't do that to me. 'Excuse me,' and leave, but you stayed around because you're like, well, I thought maybe he was going to give me a writing job. Well, you ain't nothing but a hoe." Owens: "I said that when the Louis C.K. thing happened, or another scandal happened. I was reading an article, and we were in his hotel room at 3 a.m. in the morning. My first question, what the hell were you doing? What happens at 3 a.m. in the morning in a man's hotel room at 3 a.m. in the morning? Business meetings? He was just going to give me career advice. I think it's crappy that women are pretending. Barr, they're pretending that they didn't go to trade sexual favors for money. Owens, and by the way, this doesn't just happen in Hollywood. This happens in life. While discussing the cancellation of the TV show Roseanne, Barr said her eponymous show undermined left-wing narratives of Trump supporters as hate-filled bigots. My show killed the hate business, stated Barr. It put a knife in the heart of the hate business, and they couldn't have that because they fundraise on hate. All the networks and all the news things, they're just part of the Democratic Party. They're part of the Democratic Party. They're an arm of the Democratic Party. Barr quipped that she wanted a Blexit-type movement for Jews to leave the Democrat Party. Blexit, because I know that that really is the linchpin of the whole thing, which you call it the plantation. I love that I call it Egypt because I'm Jewish, she said. It's leaving Egypt and getting free of Pharaoh. But for all the African American people I know that are Blexiting, I say to them, please take 2 Jews with you. Please, if I've ever caused you to laugh or feel good about anything in the world, please do me a favor, repay me, get 2 Jews to go with you. Barr concluded, I really think if black people are the leaders of civil rights and civil discourse in our country, and if they'll go, the Jews will follow them because the Jews want to do what black people do.